To Our Daily Chews, your go-to podcast for all things nutrition. I'm Lynn Clayton, a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and your host. I help you sort fact from fiction with a research-based and common sense approach to nutrition science. I am so excited to be back with you for the first episode of the new year. You may have noticed I took a short hiatus over the past few weeks. This was a time for rest and reflection, a chance to look back on the past year, the goals I set, what I achieved, and what fell by the wayside. And honestly, that time helped me realize something important. A new year isn't about being perfect, it's about embracing progress, showing up for yourself, and setting intentions for where you want to go next. So, as we kick off this new year, let's talk about how to set yourself up for success. Today, I'll share some tips for setting SMART goals, cultivating a mindset for lasting behavior change, finding motivation, and how to visualize the life you want for yourself a year or even 5 years from now. Now, before we dive into the nuts and bolts of goal setting, let's take a moment to reflect. If you're like me, the end of the year can feel like one long highlight reel of could haves and should haves, or as we'd say in the South, could haves and should haves. But let's flip the script. Imagine your past year as a garden. Maybe some plants thrived, like your relationships, your career, or your health, and others, well, they may have been overtaken by weeds. And those weeds might have been procrastination, loss of motivation, or lack of vision. Reflection isn't about judging yourself for the weeds. It's about learning how to cultivate the soil of your life to grow more intentionally this year. So ask yourself, what went well? What brought me joy? What challenged me? And what did I learn from it? Jot these reflections down and use them as a foundation for where you want to go next. Now let's talk about goals. Not the vague, I'll eat healthier or I'll exercise more, but the kind of goals that get results. SMART goals. SMART is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. For example, instead of saying, I want to get fit, say, I'll go for a 30-minute walk 3 times a week for the next month. It's specific, you can measure your progress, it's realistic, and it fits your overall goals, and it has a clear timeline. Here's a little analogy for you. Think of your goal as a recipe. If you say, I want to bake a cake, that's nice, but you need specifics, a list of ingredients, a step-by-step process, and a timer to know when it's done. Without these, your cake or your goal might flop. But here's the kicker. A well set goal won't get you far without the right mindset. Behavior change isn't just about willpower, it's about creating habits that stick. Let's reframe this. Instead of thinking about breaking bad habits, think about crowding them out with better ones. It's kind of like crowding out those weeds in your garden. For instance, if you want to drink less soda, don't focus on avoiding it. Instead, focus on drinking more water or herbal tea. Over time, the healthier choice becomes second nature. Behavior change is like steering a massive ship. At first, even the smallest turn of the wheel feels slow, but if you keep at it, you'll notice you're heading in an entirely new direction. Next, let's talk about motivation and support. Motivation is like a campfire. It burns brightly at first, but it needs constant tending to stay alive. So, how do you keep it going? First, surround yourself with the right people, those who cheer you on, hold you accountable, and remind you of your why. Studies show that having a support system increases your chances of achieving your goals. Whether it's a workout buddy, a dietitian, or an online community, find your people. And secondly, don't forget the importance of self-support. Meditation and visualization can be powerful tools. Take 5 minutes each day to close your eyes and picture where you want to be, what you'll look like, how you'll feel, and even who will be there to celebrate with you. This mental rehearsal primes your brain to take the steps necessary to make it happen. So if you have something you're looking forward to, visualizing your future helps. Now let's think long term. Imagine yourself a year from now. You've achieved your goals and you're looking back with pride. What did you do differently? How did you push through the tough days? Visualization isn't just daydreaming, it's a tool backed by neuroscience to help you bridge the gap between intention and action. Think of it as GPS for your goals. You don't just hop in the car and hope you'll get there, you set a destination. Visualization sets that mental GPS, helping you navigate the roadblocks along the way. It's also important to remember that no one else can do it for you. The responsibility for your life rests in your hands. So put yourself in the driver's seat and take control of your own destiny. Even if you take a few wrong turns along the way, you can still arrive at your destination if you follow the GPS. Wrap up, I want to leave you with a short poem by Ralph Waldo Emerson that captures the spirit of starting fresh. He wrote, "Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. He is rich who owns the day, and no one owns the day who allows it to be invaded with fret and anxiety. Finish every day and be done with it. You have done what you could. Some blunders and absurdities no doubt crept in. Forget them as soon as you can. Tomorrow is a new day. Begin it well and serenely, with too high a spirit to be cumbered with your old nonsense. This new day is too dear, with its hopes and invitations, to waste a moment on the yesterdays." So, my friends, let's own this day, this week, this month, and this year. Let's set smart goals, nurture the right mindset, and lean into the support of others as we work towards becoming the best versions of ourselves. And thank you for joining me today on Our Daily Choose. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with someone who could use a fresh start. I'm Lynn Clayton, reminding you that every small step you take adds up to big changes. Until next time, stay well, stay inspired, and keep chewing on the good stuff. This podcast is sponsored by Clayton Nutrition, a private medical nutrition therapy practice offering telehealth services for those needing nutrition therapy to prevent, treat, or manage chronic health issues, whether it's diabetes, cardiovascular concerns, food allergies, digestive issues, or weight management. We focus on good nutrition for better health. Check out my resources, blog articles, and one-to-one nutrition services at claytonnutrition.com. Want to work with a dietitian and diabetes educator? You can schedule an initial consultation with me by going to claytonnutrition.com and schedule now under Nutrition Services tab. I am licensed and able to provide medical nutrition therapy via telehealth to residents of North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, Texas, New Jersey, Michigan, Wisconsin, Iowa, Colorado, Arizona, and California. It's easier than ever to get the support you need from the comfort of your own home. Some insurance plans are accepted and payment options are available. Lake Nutrition offers 2 online courses for those who want to dive deeper into managing diabetes or their weight. Better Diabetes Control is a 6-week self-paced video course providing valuable and practical information along with a handy reference booklet to help you get the best diabetes control possible. And A Better Way to Better Health is an 8-week self-paced video course that walks you through the science of weight management, addressing the multiple contributors to weight gain and tips to help you lose those extra pounds for good. To learn more, go to claytonnutrition.com and look under Nutrition Services tab to sign up. Don't wait. Diabetes is a progressive disease and complications will arise if you keep putting off getting better diabetes control. And achieving your weight goal is doable with the right support. This podcast is for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace the advice of your healthcare professional. I recommend you seek help from a trained professional who can work with you and your specific situation.